Right on, right on, right on.
Ocular migraine. An answer to my eye thing. I've always known that the trigger for my eye thing was around food. My first episode happened after a birthday celebration. Then it occurred at times of hunger. So much so I became fearful of getting hungry, so ate less, more often. I carried food with me at all times, just in case. It was horrible. I started keto in 2020, then carnivore later that year, cutting carbohydrates from my diet. Had great success until I chanced upon that magic yogurt promoted by Dr. Davis. What no one mentioned is that the bacteria in the magic yogurt raises insulin, which for me triggered the eye thing. I even made a couple videos on the subject. I thought I had the answer, but I was confused and wondering about the eye thing still. Then the mama made a comment on one of my videos. I'd never heard of ocular migraine. I've had lots of comments on my situation, and lots of folks get to diagnosing with so little information, it's almost laughable. But I always check out the suggested new information because, well, you never know. So I looked up ocular migraine.
What causes an ocular migraine or a migraine aura? And honestly, I wish I knew the exact answer, but we just don't know. There's many different theories out there, but it's completely undetermined.
Why do they have this weird aura in their vision? And unfortunately, there's no definitive answer yet. It's still somewhat of a mystery in the eye world, but there are a few leading theories and a few findings that correlate to what's happening in your brain when you have a visual aura. Now, the visual aura is actually taking place in your brain and not in your eyeballs. Your brain is what's causing this visual aura. The leading idea to the cause of this visual aura is something called cortical spreading depression, or CSD. The idea with CSD is that it will cause certain brain cells, usually in the back of your brain, the visual cortex, to depolarize. Brain cells have a polarization, kind of like the Earth has a north and south pole. These brain cells will depolarize and actually cause a ripple effect, kind of like if you were to drop a rock into a pond and cause these ripples. These ripples will spread out across your brain. Then they also found correlation within these ripples of blood flow. Within the ripples, they'll have increased blood flow to that section of the brain, and then once the ripples move farther, they'll have decreased blood flow in that same section after the ripples are gone. So between the depolarization of CSD and the blood flow issues, it can cause the nerves in your brain to act weird and make you think that you're seeing light or blurry vision or certain weird things in your vision, which causes that visual aura. And it kind of makes sense to me as where most visual auras will kind of start off in the center of your vision, starting off at a certain point in your brain, and it'll eventually kind of grow bigger and sometimes grow to your peripheral vision and disappear. And that's exactly what happened with my most recent one. Started in the center, kept a full circle, and that full circle just got bigger and bigger and bigger until it disappeared from the side of my vision. Even with this cortical spreading depression and this blood flow, there's still theories, there still isn't a definitive answer to the cause of a visual aura or the cause of this depolarization or the blood flow. There's no actual answer why that happens in the brain. Now, most of the time people notice that this visual aura is actually happening in both eyes because it's actually happening in the back of the brain. Now, there are some visual auras that you can get on just one eye called an ocular migraine, and you can kind of tell, kind of cover your eyes back and forth and see if you can see where that visual aura is. The more common one is actually happening in the back of your brain with both eyes. Now, that being said, the next thing that people want to know is, okay, what's going to trigger my migraine? What's going to trigger a visual aura with my migraines? The actual list of triggers that can cause a migraine with a visual aura is pretty exhaustive. There's a huge list.
It was a light bulb moment for me. I had a feeling of resolution. I wasn't alone. I felt that I had an answer. Even though there is little rational information about the actual cause, Ocular migraine is a thing, and I have it. I know what triggers mine, and I can control it. And I thank the mama for the comment. Sincerely.
Hey, thanks for watching.